Father, I want to thank you so much for the blessings you bestowed upon not only me, but those represented here, dear Lord, in our school and the parents and faculty that we surround ourselves with. I pray that your will be done in this meeting, dear Lord. I pray that the blessing be bestowed upon everyone. Just lead and guide us, dear Lord. Give us wisdom in all the things that we do. And we pray that most of all, you help us to remember the reason why we're here, and that be the students, dear Lord. Thank you most of all for your son, Jesus. And we ask that you please just lead and guide us in the way you have us to go. Forgive us for our sins. These things we ask in thy precious name.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Once again, good evening to everybody. We're going to start with the approval of the meeting agenda. Discussion on that side. I need a move in a second to approve the meeting agenda. Motion. Motion. Second. All in favor? So moved. What is it like on recognitions?
Recognition, I don't have any, let me check real quick.
Got
Change one of
He wants to be involved with that. Okay.
Our student that was invited is not here.
Okay.
I just want to mention, you recognize the, weightlifting, whatever you call it, powerlift. I was at Lou's Caboose on, Saturday, and one of the ones that won state championship was in the choir. By the way, it's our choir group down there, but she had a little part where she was singing herself. She's quite good. I told her after, I said, "Oh, you just multi-talented." That was Boyd's daughter.
Yes.
And I said, "You were clear as a bell. You were a long ways from a microphone." I said, "But you were so, I could hear you so good." Anyway, I was just gonna mention
Boyd
our
class.
choir.
Boyd class.
Our choir, well, not choir, that was the harmonic. So whatever they call it. Anyway, they were very good down there.
Very good.
That's great. So no other recognitions?
No.
Okay. All right, well, we'll postpone and maybe we can get her
Yes.
next time if they can
Yes.
make it. Okay.
We'll grab them in May.
All right, so we'll move down to our public comment section. Are there any public comments tonight? No? All right. All right, discussion and action section. Start first with 16 section bid openings. Ms. Tracy, you got those?
We only had one piece of property that we were taking bids on, and we did not receive any bids.
Okay. All right, so hold off until we get some. All right, any action need to be taken on that since we're not taking any action on the bids? Okay. All right, next, section B under discussion, board policies.
So each of these policies have to do with special education, and what we did was the team reviewed these policies to determine if they were adequate against the standards set by UDE. So we made some revisions to those, and we're asking for updates in our next board meeting, next month's board meeting.
Next month's
Yes.
board meeting.
Yes,
Okay.
only up for discussion this month.
Okay. So if there's no discussion on that, need to move in second on bringing it up next month or not until we make some action on it?
No,
Okay, all right, so moving on.
We was just bringing it up.
Okay.
right,
All right.
Everything looked really good in that, I have to say.
thank you.
All right, C, adoption of new revised policies discussed in the March meeting.
So these were the policies that were presented to you during the March board meeting, and we're asking for adoption this month.
So I need a motion to adopt those from March. It was, hold on a second.
We discussed, maybe fresh.
It was the group, it was the, student policies, we rescinded several to where, because they were addressed in other policies, where policies were duplicated. So what we did was cleaned up that section.
I remember that.
All right. No further questions, need a motion? Motion, second, and a second, all in favor? So moved. All right. Approval of employment / resignations. Start with the recommendations. All together.
In one block.
President.
If y'all want to approve all of these, since I don't think any of them are gonna require any discussion,
approval of monthly financial reports. No, I'm sorry, missed one, supplemental contracts.
No,
I think
That's right, I apologize. Okay, so approval of monthly financial reports. Mr. Kane, how are you, brother?
So before we get to this part, I would like to introduce Ms. Sarah French to the board. She is our new financial director and has been doing a wonderful job, and I appreciate everything that she has done. I told her that I would, instead of her jumping right in, I would talk to you about the financials this month and then turn it over to her next month. So where we're sitting for the month of March, we have $4.6 million cash on hand. Total cash on hand looks at 24.0 million. We've expended 53% of our budgeted expenditures and received 70% of our expected revenue. And right now, we are sitting at a 39.82% fund balance, and projected fund balance at the end of the year is around 15 to 18%.
Good job. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Any questions on that? Not, I need a motion for approval.
motion.
We have a motion. Second. Have a second. All in favor? So moved. Okay. Next, we have consent agenda. So we've all had an opportunity to go through that. So I'll need a motion and a second to approve. I'll make a motion. We have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a second. All in favor? So moved. Yes, sir. And next, superintendent's comments.
The only thing I have for you is the announcement that we will now be able to give the CNA test for our students who are involved and enrolled in our health sciences program.
Wow.
And that's gonna start next school year, so we're very excited about this opportunity.
On campus?
Yes, sir, on campus.
Fantastic. That's really cool. Facilitated by their instructor?
Yes, sir. We will be able to do it through our program.
That's awesome. Congratulations. Sure. All right, any board comments? All right. All right, nothing else, I'll move for an adjournment. Do I have a motion? He just got here
I cannot control the stack and the jacks
I
and the
understand.
ineptness of
I understand.
moving traffic, yeah. I'll make a motion.
I'll say it. We have a motion and a second for adjournment. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies, I appreciate you very much.